Hey crafty friends, it's Elizabeth from BBsButterfly, and I know it's been a really long time since I've done a video, I think before Halloween, but I'm back. We've had some major remodeling going around the house, so I haven't really had a chance to do much recording, but I'm back. So I have a brand new room tour video for you. Again, since we did some remodeling, this room has changed quite a bit since my last craft room video, so I kind of wanted to give you guys an update. And to start things off, I am going to spin around the room and just give you a quick overview of what's here. And I apologize for the shaking. I'm having to use my phone because my camera is on the charger at the moment. So we will start here. This happens to be a mixed media project that I did for a friend, and she hasn't picked it up yet, so I just hung it on my wall here. So I'm going to back out just a little bit and then give you a quick overview, and then we'll go into more detailed. So if I take some steps backwards, this is the door to my craft room, and this is the closet. And if you remember, my table used to be shoved up into the closet, but I took it out, and my big unit that my husband and I built is now in there. So there's that. Like I said, we'll go into more detail in a bit. We have thank you to my husband and my amazing father for building me this amazing storage unit and work table. So it goes all the way up to the ceiling with some giant cabinets. And if I spin around some more, that door goes into my office since I work from home, and then through that is the back door. And then here's the other half of the room. All right, so we will start with the closet. So again, this is the giant unit that my husband and I built based on the workbox. And then I have a cart. Let me pull that cart out of the way. So if we start at the top, this is kind of a mess, but this is where I store all of my mesh rolls and things up in the top, and then some fabric and things to alter. This whole set of shelves is actually all the stuff for altering things. There's some old books in there for doing junk journals, things like that. And then in the little tiny cubby holes are all of my vinyl. So there's all of that. And then starting with the bottom, my grandma's sewing machine that I use for sewing paper, my paints, and all of my Tattered Angels sprays are in these two cubbies. My alcohol inks are right there. The rose box was my mom's box, but I've decided to use it for storing things for giveaways. All of my fine art supplies, as far as like right here is all watercolor paper and different newsprint papers, things like that. My Mink machine is here, my Cricut. This actually goes to my embroidery machine. It's just kind of stored in there. And then of course my laminator. And then all of the cords and things for those items are there. So that is that unit. Sitting in front of that unit right now is this cart. This is the cart from Michael's, I believe, or maybe this one's from Target. I can't remember which. At any rate, this is where I store all of my dies. So all of my thin dies, stuff like that. It's all in here. And then in here, I put any new dies or embossing folders that I get until I can put them where they belong. And on this side is all of my, like these are all my Prismacolors and my watercolor pencils, things like that. In the second shelf are all of my clear stamps. So they're all, you know, still in the packaging, but clear stamps, cling mount stamps, things like that that I've purchased that are not Stampin' Up. I have my Stampin' Up stuff stored elsewhere. So that's what's in these two. And then in the bottom are my wood stamps. I've converted all of my wood stamps to either cling mount or, cling mount. But these are the ones I've chosen to keep actually on the wood. And then these two are just some projects that I was, some boxed card projects that I was working on. So that is the cart, and I can move that around wherever I need to. And then if we pan over here in this big unit here, my husband cut all of the handholds for me, and I just love it. It looks old and distressed and amazing. So we're going to start in the bottom here. These are all of my paper flowers. So anything from I Am Roses or, oh, can't remember the other one, but that's all paper flowers in there. I do have some Anna Griffith, these doohickeys. I just have them stuck in here because I use them with the same type of things. This next drawer is my ribbon drawer. So I have taken all of my ribbon off of the big giant spools, and I've started putting them on chipboard things because they take up way less space. I used to have this on a giant wall of PVC rain guttering, but now it all fits in here. So in the next drawer, this is a drawer of like Happy Mail. So swaps that I've been in where people have given me things. It's all in here until it gets put away or used. In the next drawer is, this is like my card project drawer. So I have lots of notes, stamping up cards that I'm working on, things like that. And this is also where I store my supplies for packaging cards. And then I have this sitting here because I need to film a video. This is my Diary of a Mobster's Wife junk journal, which I will show you in the next few days. So that's that drawer. In the next set of drawers, starting at the bottom, this is anything for altering, things to alter or altered projects that supplies that I've pulled out. So I have, boxes and doorknobs and things to make Post-it note holders, old boxes, spools, things that I would like to use to alter something with. The next drawer is my cleaning drawer, so obviously towels and things. These right here, I just have them sitting here. This because I need to put up my shelf, but these are things that people have made for me, so I need to put those up. This room is not completely 100% done, but it's in a place where I can now show you. The next drawer is my tool drawer, so I have, my wood burner, my melting pot, my distress tool, extension cords, that kind of stuff, all goes in there. Next is my tape and Velcro drawer. So that's where all that goes. And then next to where I sit is my distress ink drawer. So I have my stamp foam, but these are all of my inks and my stamp platform, and then all of my pads and things, sponges and stuff. I apologize. And then if I go up, so this is like my color station. So all of my Stampin' Up! Inks, my markers, refills, these are brand new stamps that I am organizing and putting away, my tools, that kind of stuff. And who doesn't need a giant candy dish full of Hershey's Kisses? Because, that's the way we roll around here. On the wall, I have this organizer, and this is my giant roll of purple ribbon that I got at a thrift store. Just some fun foam, stuff like that. Things that I am using or planning to use goes there. Again, there's all of my markers. And then if I go up, this is where I'm storing all of my embossing folders. And then if I go all the way to the top, these are rolls of paper or contact paper, stuff like that. And at the very top, I have room to store things. Most of those are empty boxes. So, and then the white, these things here are actually called Easy Stud Rack things. You can find them if you just search for Easy Stud Rack. You'll find those, but they make amazing shelf slots. So you have adjustable shelves. And then if I open the giant cabinet doors, this isn't exactly how I want it, but it's good enough for now. So I have all of my paper pumpkin kits in here, of course my Xyron, the purple spice racks up there. I'm actually going to move them to the second shelf because I'd like all my seed beads and glitter and that kind of stuff on the first shelf, so it's easy to get to. But for now, it works. So that's what's in here. Oh, sorry. And then if I go here, what you see is my wall of tools. That plug actually was underneath here, but I needed it to be on top so I could plug in all my tools. So I just moved the plug up. And then if I go down here, this set of stuff is things I'm purging, so just that's a place to put them for now. And then of course my paper towel holder. But under here I also have, this is all scrap stuff, so this is where I'm storing my scrap pile until I can cut it and organize it by color. But in here I have you know, rubber bands, embellishments that I don't use that often, but that I do need to use. Empty containers, Ziploc lunch bags, that kind of stuff, and then giant Ziploc bags. And in the very bottom are pieces of tissue paper from packaging or new tissue paper that I've acquired. So all of that goes there. And this is one of the drawer units from Michaels. I just found this contact paper at Walmart and it is absolutely beautiful. I love it. So put that back on there. This is my most favorite drawer and it's right under my workstation. So it houses everything that I use on a regular basis and it is massive. So you see all that stuff in there. I keep my scoreboard, all of my frequently used embossing powders and heat and stick and notepads, stamp blocks, paper trimmer, foam, pop dots, that kind of stuff. And then my stamp. Yeah, that thing. To clean up your stamps with. I just need to re-wet it. But that's where all that lives. Then of course I have my Harbor Freight carousel with, you know, glue sticks and glue and tools, stuff that I use and reach for all the time. Sits there. And then I have my cutting station, so anything that is like my Big Shot, my Vagabond, my brand new Brother Scan and Cut 2. In these baskets, all of my Brother tools are in here, and then new embellishments, things that need to be put where they belong, are here. And in these boxes are extra bits and pieces from die cuts and stuff that my paper pumpkin kits that I'm just putting them right there for now. Then I have this kind of basket, I guess, that's attached to the, it's like one of those under the shelf baskets. But in here, as I was cleaning up this room and reorganizing things, I found, uh-oh, I lost a stamp. Sorry. I found this amazing old, it's from 1879, geography primer. So I'm going to be using it in some of my junk journals. So this is kind of where I'm putting all that neat ephemera stuff that I find, old newspapers, stuff like that. If I can put that back. And then this is an IKEA, can't remember the name of it, but it's a towel rod And then I got the little baskets that go on it. So I put like this, this goes to my 3D printer, this is my label maker, and back here is my brother cords. And then in this side unit are all of my big dies. So all my Tim Holtz and Sizzix big dies. All right, so in this cabinet, and I haven't put the door handles on yet, but in here I have my giant paper trimmer. But I created the Nuvo Drops Brusho Stickle Station from Foam Board. And then this was a project that I did that it didn't turn out the way I wanted it, and I don't really like it, but I have some stuff stored in there, so some little doilies and things like that that I need to use. And then I have my Big Bite, and these two little drawer units are like small embellishments like brads and screws, buttons, that kind of thing. And then this I found out in the shed, and it's old chess pieces. So I'm going to turn these into like ink blending tools. Excuse me. And up on the top shelf I have like all my file folders and deli paper, that kind of stuff. And who doesn't need a giant jar of Dove candies? This is a little spinner. Uh-oh. I probably shouldn't spin it until I actually have it situated right, but it has like magnets and stuff on it, but and then some paint brushes. So let me put these items back where I got them and close that. What is great about this unit is that it is oversized, and there's room. I got these LED light strips from Home Depot, and because there's a plug in there, I was able to attach those up there. And I did cover the underside of the unit with that same contact paper from Walmart. So it's pretty awesome. I like it. And then of course my film, my camera mount. So, all right. Moving along down to these drawers, this is the fun section right here. So in the top drawer, I have all of my cutting pads for my Big Shot and Vagabond. Next are, all of these are from those Iris cases, and I made this to fit exactly like this. So there's enough room for 2 rows of these boxes. And then any other things like paper clips, and these are the melted beads, so stuff like that can fit in here. And these are just a bunch of those things from Dollar Tree, the magnet cases. So I have, you know, just random stuff in them. Most of them have paper clips in them. So there's that. The next drawer is all of my texture stuff. So anything that is for texturing. There's spackle, there's glass beads, there's texture lux, gloss gel, all that is in here. And then I've got some extra glue sticks and some random bits of embossing powders that I don't use that often, but I do store them back there so I can find them. And the next drawer is all of my paint. So this is like the Americana paints, anything that has to do with actual paint, not the craft paint, but the Americana paints. So all that fits in there. And the bottom drawer is my drawer of glue. So all types of glue, Mod Podge, texture paste actually goes in the texture drawer, but it doesn't fit. So any of my extra overflow bottles of glue go here. And then right here I have a cart. This is, I think I actually got this from from Marshall's or Ross, either one, but it's not great. I'm not in love with it. But this is like extra ribbon that still needs to be despooled, and some lace. My OttLite, and then my 3D printer is here, which doesn't really fit real well, so I'm going to have to think of a different solution for that. All right, so this set of drawers, starting with the bottom, this is my mixed media drawer. So I have clay and tea stain and gelatin, rubber gloves, all kinds of mixed media stuff is there. Next are unfinished projects. So things that I've been working on that I either haven't finished, lost interest in, or didn't have time to finish, that I do plan to finish, is all in here. And it's all bagged by project. And then in the next drawer, this is a fairly recent drawer. It did house all the screws and nuts and bolts that I was using, and wood filler, that kind of stuff. But so far I'm putting craft fair projects that I have been working on, or things that just kind of don't have a home. Oh, and there are the door pulls for my cabinet doors. So that's what that is. Next is my drawer of bling, I guess. I don't know. So it's all my beads and jewelry making stuff. Anything for adding a little bit of glam to a project. That's that drawer. And then this drawer is my Stampin' Up drawer. So it houses all of the Stampin' Up embellishments that either I have opened or are brand new that need to be used. So, and these drawers are really deep. So there you go. That's all that. All right. Let me move my printer back before I drop it. All right. So panning around, this I'm not exactly happy with. These are, I am happy with the floor though. It just needs to be mopped. These two units are from Michaels. They're the same ones that are under my desk. So I did the same thing. I covered them with that contact paper, and then I stacked these drawers on top of it, but I wanted this whole unit to be mobile because sometimes you just need some extra desktop. So what I did is I took the IKEA Expedit desk. I think it's Expedit. Anyway, I bought the whole big giant unit from a garage sale. And it came with the desk, which the other half is right there. I took it apart and I decided I would mount it on these two cabinets. Well, I wanted it mobile, but it's not exactly what I want, so I'm going to have to redo it. Anyway, I did cover it with that same contact paper, which has kind of been a lifesaver because when I was staining everything, I got stain everywhere, but you can't really tell unless I point it out because it looks like distressed wood. And eventually I plan to coat this in that tabletop epoxy, so it'll be really sturdy. And then, of course, my massive scrap rack with all of my stuff. So give me one moment and let me pull this out of the way and then I can go through it. All right, so I just kind of pulled it into the middle of the room. Again, because when you're working, sometimes you just need some extra desk space. So again, I wanted it to be mobile. In this unit, I need some more of those labels, but I got them at Dollar Tree and I can't find them anymore. This drawer has all of my India inks, things like that. The next drawer has a bunch of paper bags. This drawer has all of the wood related stuff, so, you know, dowel rods and clothespins and craft sticks, that kind of stuff. Next I have my bind it all and cinch materials, and then all of my foil. Then I have in the little square things, this is all of my pre-cut cardstock. So this is, I have it separated by top fold, excuse me, top fold and side fold. And then these are just little 3x3 envelopes. And the next two drawers are all of my Stampin' Up ribbon and twine. And then if I walk around to the, yeah, that's going to be bad. See, I told you I wasn't happy with it. All right. This is all of my ATG and score tape extras. This is all packaging, and I think that's vellum in there. Extra punches that didn't fit anywhere, and extra texture stuff that needs to go in the texture drawer. And then all my 6x6 paper pads, so Stampin' Up! And Graphic 45, Prima, all the 6x6 stuff is in here. Alright, in these drawers, see, I have these labeled. So, tags. I have a drawer of tags. Doilies. Bags. So, gift bags. What do you call those? Yeah, gift bags and treat bags and all that kind of bags. Oh, get in there. Next is all my twine. So anything that's not Stampin' Up! Twine goes here. And boxes. So things that I'm not working on, and then this is overflow. Things that aren't twine. Like that. But mainly I wanted it to be used for these kind of gift boxes that are flat. So that's what's in there. Alright, now let's move over to the giant IKEA. This is the 5x5. And then on the wall I put all of my punches on these IKEA towel holders. And I took some of that same contact paper and I just put it on along the towel holder, so it all kind of went together. And then I labeled all my punches, and eventually when I show you my stamp sets, I want to also put the number of either the punch or the die on each stamp set, so I know what goes with what. All right, so I'm going to start at the bottom. I have all of these boxes, and these are the Snap and Store boxes. These house my embellishments. So I have Prima and 7 Gypsies in one, just random like Hobby Lobby brand or Michael's brand embellishments, and then all my napkins are in there. Ooh, I didn't dust when I drilled the holes. Need to fix that. All right, chipboard paper. This is all like resume paper or cardstock that I bought at Walmart. And then this is like the Recollections Craft white and black cardstock. In these drawers, these are part of the IKEA. I put all of my envelopes, so that's what those two drawers are. And again, I covered it in that same contact paper. Come over there. And then in the bottom two, I have these are all Graphic 45 and Tim Holtz paper pads, probably some Prima too, but I put all those there. And in the next to the shelf, or next to those drawers, I have these two shelves which house all of my Stampin' Up! Stamps. And I've taken a page out of Jennifer McGuire, and I've put them all in the little plastic sleeves, and I've labeled them all so I know what stamps are where, and when I go to my inventory book I can find them really, really easy. Alright, in this unit, this is all new stuff that I just got. There's a brand new, well, new to me, I don't know how new it is, but there's a new website called Create and Craft. It's out of the UK, and they have some pretty sweet deals on stuff. So I have a bunch of this fancy cardstock that I got from them that I'll be working on. Alright, so this is my box of amazing stuff. These are all of my re-inkers, overflow stuff, jewelry, drawer handles and pulls, these kind of things. More re-inkers, Tim Holtz re-inkers, where I put those. I put some stuff and I couldn't remember where I put it this morning. Anyway, that's where that goes. And then this one is all of my gelatos. So, then in the next couple, these are cards that are too big to fit in the card drawer. So these are the fancy paper pads from Michaels and Hobby Lobby. And then these two are colored cardstock that I got at a garage sale. I bought a lady all of her scrapbooking stuff. She was moving and couldn't take it with her. And this is what I have left of all that. This is a really old antique drawer, and it's really deep. Like, it won't fit all the way into the back. I mean, it's all the way against the back, but it still sticks out some. But these are all of like my mainly bottle cap stuff is in here. Random gems. There's all the bottle cap stuff. Some resin pieces that I made. And more bottle cap stuff. So that's what's in there. This is all my magnets for my die storage system. And then this bottle doesn't go here, but it doesn't fit anywhere, so it's just here. But these are all of my workbooks from like Genevieve Designs and let's see, Paper Phenomenon. So that's what all that is. So these are all project books, things that I'm, ideas of things I want to do. In here, these are all of my stencils are in here. Extra clear sleeves for all my paper storage. Coffee dyed paper. My portfolio, that's actually a personal work portfolio. And then my art journals in here. So that's what's in there. The next couple are all Stampin' Up. So there's 5 cubes of Stampin' Up cardstock. Bunch of the new colors I'm super excited about. Anyway, that's all of that. And then if I go up to the top, these are my Tim Holtz embellishments. These are just some fancy things that I found out in the shed. So they have fun stuff in them that need a home on a project. Projects I've made that need to be given away to their rightful owner. So this is a parts unit that I got when my grandmother moved in with me. And then I altered them with paper, graphic 45 paper. So there's paints and pencils, and my magicals are up here. These are mostly empty, so I have room to put things. And then these are what paintbrushes came in and I wanted to keep them. Vellum quote books that need to go in that. And then this is all like 6x6 and 8x8 paper. That top box is empty. There's some graphic 45 chipboard embellishments. That box and that box are both empty. And then this is my remnant ribbon storage. It's a giant animal cookie jar from Sam's. My grandmother loves animal cookies. She ate all the cookies and I kept the jar. So that's where I'm putting all of my random pieces of ribbon remnants. Say that 5 times fast. All right, moving along. This is one of the projects from Paper Phenomenon that I am not yet finished with, but as soon as I finish it, I'm going to film a video. This is some very thin fun foam that I got from that Create and Craft place. But they have dies for making flowers. They're called, it's called Fleurs Foam? Flowers? Flower foam? Something like that. I knew it was really funny, but that's also a project I want to film. My giant caterpillar. And then in this set of drawers, again, these are from, I want to say they're from Michaels, but they could be from Walmart. but I just covered them in that same contact paper. So in this top one I have these two giant things. This is wood glue, my acetone, some variegated yarn, and then these two are jewelry organizers. So it's just kind of, most of this stuff is somewhat random. This is gravel and flour, that foam blocks, shaving cream, Christmas ornaments that I plan to alter, you know, Goo Gone and baby oil and stamp cleaner. This is all of my, these are my Sharpie alcohol inks, and these are like the fabric spray paint. So that's what that is. This is more of my Sharpie alcohol ink. And this is all of my spray paint, so all of my clear stuff. All right. And then you might remember this beautiful wall of color. These are all of my Lindy's Stamp Gang sprays. And then in the very top, I've got just a couple of my Tim Holtz spray stains are there, and the walnut ink. And then Perfect Pearl sprays. So that's what that is. And then that is the other half of my IKEA desk thing. And then this shelf actually goes up there, not to make you dizzy, but it houses, supposed to house all my pretties. So all my decoration. But at any rate, I hope you've enjoyed this updated video of my awesome new craft space. Again, thank you to my father and my husband for this amazing new workstation. I love it. All right, guys, I will be back soon with another video, and I'll see you all on the other side. Bye.